Alright, what do we got? Another image review. Hey guys, my name's Declan, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to go through the photos that I took on day 3 of the camping trip. I chose to do this image review series just to keep the length of the actual vlog of the camping trip a bit shorter. Some of the videos are running at 13 to 15 minutes and are very long. I didn't want to put all the photography and go through the images in that sort of video, so that's why I've done this. So I post the actual day, whatever it is, camping trip, and then I post this image review where I go through the photography and all the photos that I took on that day. Now day 3 of the camping trip wasn't very long. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out here somewhere. It was a short video, I think it was about 6 minutes. The first 3 minutes were me just catching you all up on what I was doing. I didn't vlog any of the sunrise. I was out taking photos. And then the next 3 minutes was just a drone sequence that I had shot that morning. So I did go out and photograph all that morning, but I didn't bring the vlog camera. I just wanted to focus on the photography. Because the seascape there was I was pretty happy with the seascape shots that I got there. So that's why that video was short. I still wanted to make this image review. There's 18 photos that I'm going to be going through, but there's roughly only 9 compositions. So yeah, this video shouldn't run too long. So where we were on day 3 was Sand and River campground. We arrived there, I think it was like 2 o'clock the day before, and I think we got some rest that night and chose to get up early and shoot sunrise. So I've got my phone here. I'm going to be going through all the photos that I took this morning and that I've edited. So we'll start with this one here. This shot, I like it a lot. This was before this shot was taken even before we got to where we actually wanted to go for the sunrise. This is just on the beach. That bit of land there in the photos, the actual break wall on the other side of the river. And I was on the beach side where the campground was. And I just set up, it's before the sun had risen. There's a bit of cloud on the horizon, so I wasn't too worried. It was quite bright out there actually. Lots of colours, pinks and purples and all that. But yeah, I set the camera up and got this shot here. Just waiting for the waves to come in on the beach, and yeah, slow shutter speed, and I got the streaks of the waves there. Moving on, this shot, this has to be one of my favorites. I shot it in landscape. So we're actually standing on a sandbar here. Our feet were only in the water about up to our ankles, so it wasn't very deep, it was quite shallow water. This sandbar travelled all the way out to the island in the back there, and it's called Plover Island. It's very small, it's only like a little headland sort of thing, but there's big cliffs on it, and yeah, it was a pretty cool island actually. That's where we shot seascape all morning. But yeah, this sandbar, what it was doing, it was creating that leading line that I was looking for. And because the waves were coming in from each side, it was hitting the sandbar, and they were meeting right in the middle where we were standing and creating this leading line straight to the island. And it has a bit of curvature, which I really like about it. And yeah, so it's one of my favorite shots that I took. The sky's okay, I'm happy with all the colors in it. Bright. I actually had to stand there for a while waiting for the perfect wave, and I got a few duds, some that were rushing from the right side, and then later the left side would come through. I nailed that shot on probably like the 6th go. I could see in camera that it was the shot, and yeah, we just moved on from there. Because I liked this composition so much, I would have stayed there forever waiting for the perfect shot, but yeah, I got it on like the 6th go, and I cropped that to the 4x5 for Instagram. I actually do like the landscape shot a lot better, but for Instagram that's gonna have to do. Alright, moving on. So this is the 3rd composition, and this was pretty cool. I was shooting through some rocks, so you could see the sky. There wasn't much cloud there, it was just haze, smoke haze actually, because this was shot back in December. Yeah, that's when the New South Wales fires were really crazy. So yeah, the sky was just filled with smoke. And the water's rushing over this big boulder there, you can see. And this is the only shot where you can actually see the details of that boulder, sort of. So yeah, I like that one. I couldn't really decide which shots to choose, because I got heaps of different, I got a variety of different, wave patterns and all that in this composition. So I got that one, and then I got this one, which I really like. I really like the details in the foreground there on that wave. Long exposure seascape photography is just one of my favorite things to shoot. I really like it at the moment. And yeah, I got that. And then I ended up getting this one. Now, it doesn't look very impressive, but this will be the one that I'll probably post to Instagram, because when you crop it to 4x5, yeah, it looks a lot better. If I were to crop this one to 4x5, you could just see that it cuts out most of the details in the foreground there. So yeah, that's the final shot. Moving on to this one. This is another composition that I'm pretty happy with. You can still see the orange glow in the sky there. So I composed this shot with the rock wrapping right around in the foreground there, in the shallow foreground, just to break it up from the waves. And the waves were coming in and wrapping around that rock there. I also like the rocks in the distance there, center of the shot. I think it just, I don't know, I just like you look at this from afar and I just like the way it looks. But yeah, you can see the waves coming in more. Those two, like, they're cool, those two shots, this one and this one, they're cool, but I settled for this one because I actually like the patterns in the wave a lot more. So that's the final shot there. It's a cool photo, cool photo. Now this one, this is when the sun had actually risen. The sun's barely peeking through the smoke haze and the low cloud there. But yeah, I got this shot here. The composition wasn't the best. It's mainly just focusing on this rock in the foreground that waves were crashing over. I do like it because the sun's in it. It's the only really composition that I got. Usually now that I have my drone and I take seascape photography, I will shoot all my landscape images while the sun hasn't actually risen yet, because that's when the light is generally the best, especially with high cloud. So yeah, here I think this was the last landscape shot that I actually got, because usually when the sun has risen, that's when I get the drone up and get some video and get some more drone photos. That's the final seascape landscape shot that I took with my camera. So then we move into the drone shots, and this was the first shot that I had taken. Simple top down, you know I love my top downs. This is cool because this is Plover Island where we were taking seascape photography, and I think we were in the top left of the corner of that image there. That's where we were shooting. So yeah, simple top down, the blue water I really like. I really like the tones in all of this. I also really like the green tones on the actual top of the island where all the grass and all the shrubs and trees are, and also the white rock and all the yellows, and yeah, I think it's just a cool image. I really like this one. Now I got this one. This probably won't be posted anywhere. I got it just as a perspective for you guys. You can really see in the distance there the smoke haze right up the top of that corner. There's supposed to be land all the way back there, but you just can't see it. It just fades out with the haze, the smoke haze. This is the sandbar out to the island. You can see there's sand all along there, and you can see the river mouth. The campground is in the center of the image there. That's where the campground is. So you come in on a road from the left, and that's where you come in. We camped there that night, and we got up early and traveling along that sandbar. It's lucky the tide was right, because the tide was coming up, we would have been stuck on that island. So yeah, that's just a bit of a perspective shot that I got for you guys. Moving on to this one. So this is another drone shot, and this is a photo for the cliffs, and they're pretty big cliffs. You can see this is on the island, Plover Island. You can see the cliff faces there, just insane rock detail, and the water looking beautiful. So yeah, crop that to the Instagram crop. There you go. I really like that shot as well. Even though the sky's not really insane, there's no real color in the sky, but I do like how there's warm tones on the rock from the sun rising. And yeah, so I like that shot. Now this shot here looks amazing, doesn't it? This was not taken on any, so I own a DJI Mavic Air. This shot was not taken on any flat picture profile. It's simply just drowned out by the smoke haze. I sent the drone up just where the smoke haze sort of started, because I really wanted to get this island and yeah, get the sandbar in it. At the time I didn't realize how much the smoke has drowned out all the colors and all the contrast and all that. Luckily I was able to pull a lot of information out of this image, and I ended up with this shot here, which was pushing it. At the time of editing it, it was, you could see it was starting to break up just because there's not enough information. But I've dragged out quite a bit of information in this shot, and it's probably one of my favorites. This has to be my favorite as opposed to the sandbar shot before. This one is definitely rules over it. I really like it. It's one of my favorite. I don't know why. I think I don't know. It reminds me sort of like a balloon. The island there looks like a green balloon with the string. Yeah, I like the shape. I like how there's a bit of highlights in the waves. I like the blues in the left hand corner. Yeah, it's a favorite shot of mine, and I'm probably gonna make a separate video on this, on how I edited it, and just show you guys how much information I was able to pull out of this image, and just show you how I edited it. It is in the speed editing episode, but yeah, you really can't see what I did there. So I've got the screen recording. I'm gonna probably sit down and record a video on how I edited this, and then you guys will be able to see how I did it. And then we finish off with this one. This is the final shot I took. Just another simple top down on the beach. This coastline, sand and river coastline, really went on for a while. It was a straight beach all the way to the next headland. So yeah, I really like the patterns in the waves there. Also, in the middle of the image, you can see the patterns on the sand from the waves, how it goes from light to dark. I really like that. I've always chased that in my top-down beach shots. I also like the green tones in the top of the image there with all the foliage from the trees and shrubs and all that. So yeah, that's the final shot, and that's camping trip day 3. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Hope you liked it. Go check out my Instagram page, D&D Images. It's got all the photos that I've went through today posted on there. Each photo I write a story about how I took it. If you want a bit more information on all these photos, go check them out there. I'll be posting on there over the next couple of weeks. And yeah, that's it guys. Thanks for sticking in there. This is probably not a short video. So yeah, this video shouldn't run too long. Thanks for watching guys. I'll see you next time. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Right, so image review 3. So yeah. That's better. And then we move into the drone, and I gotta blow my nose again. Don't worry, it's hay fever. It's not, you know what, it's hay fever, okay? I didn't get a shot of it. No, I did get a shot of it. That's silly. And we camped there tonight, and then it wasn't taken. Hay fever, man. Whoa, dropped my phone. Whoa. Go check out my Instagram page, D&D Images. It's got all the photo. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching guys. I'll see you soon.